Welcome to the podcast. Today, I'm going to teach you how to do a productive power hour that leaves you feeling energized rather than drained. So, we're going to jump right in. Also, those of you watching on the YouTube channel, I have Miss Cosette in the room with us here. She is snoozing. If she starts to get really loud, you'll probably hear her snoring in the background, and that's just the way it is in my office. So, let's get started. Now, when you go down to sit to do a power hour, what most people tell me is they don't know who to message or what to say. And the reason is because you're not reverse engineering it the right way. Top leaders, you might struggle with this because you feel like you've messaged everyone. You feel like maybe you don't even know how to explain it to your team because you just wish that they could figure out what to do without you having to tell them everything to do. I've got you today. So, this is my method for how to make productive power hours and be able to repurpose things while still making it personalized for the people that you're sending it to. Okay. So, step one, I want you to think about in your Facebook friends list or even people that you don't follow on social media. It could just be anyone. It could be, somebody you go to church with, somebody you live around, somebody you went to high school with. It doesn't have to be someone that's on social media, but I just, for me, it's so much easier to think about people that are on social media because I know more about their lives because they share a little bit more. So just think about someone in your life that you know if you got them to order products and if you got them to post, they could sign up 10 people right away. Like, who is that in your life? And your brain's going to be like, oh, she would never do it, or that wouldn't happen. Just shh. Who is that person? Write their name down. Who is that person in your life? Maybe you're getting a couple of names. Write down all the names. If you have a list of 10, 20, 30 names, write them out, right? We want to think about who the person is in your life that if you got them to buy the products and you got them to make a post about the products, encouraging their friends and family, their warm market, their bucket to people. If you've seen my bucket system before, right? The people that know, like, and trust you that are already following you on social media. If you could get them to order and if you could get them to post, you know that they could get 10 people right away. Who is that person? Write their name down. Okay. Pull up your phone. We can do this together while we're sitting here. We can make this a working podcast today. Okay. So you're going to figure out who that person is. Now, I want you to go to that person's profile. I want you to sort of do some research on them. Okay. I want you to look, what does their life look like? What product do you have that could make that life better? Is it an actual consumable product? Do you sell oils? Do you sell gut health products? Do you sell hair products? Like, is it something like that? Or is a business opportunity that you have going to be a better fit for them? Is it a service like a travel agency or a financial service or a debit card service? Like, what is it that it could be? When you look at their page, do they have, we're gonna do like investigative work here. I want you to put on your like Sherlock Holmes hat, okay? What is it about them? Do they have lots of kids? Are they probably really tired? Do you have a product that could fix that? Do they look like they're constantly dieting, struggling to have a healthy life? Do you have a product that could fix that? Do they constantly talk about how they are coupon clipping and don't get to go to the places that they want to go? Are they constantly talking about like how how they wish they could travel or things like that? Do you have a business opportunity or do you have a service that could do that for them? Figure out what it could be. This might be something that you can figure out right off the bat. If there's someone that's not super social on social media, then you're going to have to get to know them in real life, right? Maybe go out to lunch, maybe have a conversation that's outside of your normal zone, like just get to know them. But most people have social media, so you can go and you can do a little like snoop work on their social media. Either I like to do this on Facebook the very most. I don't like to do it as much on Instagram because I feel like people are a little bit more showcasing their lives on Facebook, where it's way more of a highlight reel over on Instagram than Facebook is. And Facebook is also a highlight reel, but I feel like Instagram people are a lot more controlling about what they put out versus Facebook people are a little bit more lenient. They don't feel like they have to, like brand it as well. They can be a little bit more comfortable because they're a little bit more picky and choosy about who they accept as a friend. So Figure out what it is, snoop their social, look and see what is it that I could solve a problem that I suspect they may have in their life. This doesn't need to be a post where they're saying, "Oh, I have this struggle, I have this thing." A lot of people won't go to social media with those things anymore because they've been pounced on by network marketers for so long. So, you're going to have to be a little bit more curious and a little bit more ingenuitive as finding what you could fix in their life. But go snoop the social. That's step one. Okay. Snoop the social. Go look and see what it is. Step two is going to be okay, I've identified that there could be a pain point here. It's either obvious or completely not obvious. They may look like they have the most amazing life on social media. They may look like they have tons of money, like they have no health issues. They are just crushing it at life. That's what I looked like before I found network marketing, and none of those things were true. I was definitely struggling with my health. We were struggling with finances. Most people are struggling with finances. Even super wealthy people right now are struggling with finances. All the wealthy people I know are constantly looking for ways to make more money. So, whether you're rich or poor, it's always nice to have a lot of money. Now, when you figure out that there could be something here, there's some sort of a something like they're a mom of 10 kids, they run marathons, they look like everything is perfect. I would message them if you have a product that's consumable that could help that. Or if you have maybe it's a financial service or a travel agency thing that you do, or something like that. Maybe it's just a business opportunity. What I want you to do is I want you to reach out to them with a story. Okay. So I want you to send them either on Facebook Messenger, or if you have their phone number, in text message. I love to do Facebook Messenger whenever possible because then you can see when they've read it. And sometimes on text messages, you can't really see when they read the text. And so my inner control freak loves to just be able to see what they have when they see my message. so so you're going to find a story, and you're going to need to go into your testimony vault. If you don't have a testimony vault, see if your upline has a testimony vault. See if your company has a corporate testimony vault. If nobody has one, ding, 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 it's you. Time for you to make a testimony vault. You are the owner of your own business. It's time for you to put on the bootstraps and create what you need instead of sit in victimhood saying, I don't have that. Wouldn't it be nice? Yes, it would. Go make it for yourself. So, testimony vault, find people that are in your company, start going through their feeds, look for stories, look for testimonials, start adding them into a testimony vault, either your own or add to the one that your upline already has. Search through there, find a story that would be perfect for this person with what you suspect could solve a problem in their life that they may or may not be openly sharing on social media. Send them the picture. And then so you go to the testimony vault and you get the picture and you save it to your phone as if it's your own photo, or you can screenshot it, crop it, and do it whichever way if for some reason it doesn't let you save. Then you're going to copy the story. And before you send the picture, you're going to get ready to send the story. So you're going to send the photo first, and then you paste the story in the message. But before you hit send, I want you to go to the very top of the story, and I want you to type in a message to them before you hit send. So you paste the story, and then you go to the top of it and you say, no idea if this is something that you deal with, but as a mom of 10 kids running marathons, I can only imagine that there are probably days where your body just needs a little bit of a gap filler. And I don't even suspect this because you just like totally have it, all together, and like you just crushing all these marathon goals and everything. Like, it's so amazing. But I wondered if maybe you're looking to gain a little bit of an edge. And I have this system, this product that is helping athletes to have better blood sugar balance, to have faster recovery. And I saw this story and thought of you. And then you like make a little like sentence gap so that it gives the paragraphs a space between them. And then you're like, Brenda shares, ... And then Brenda's story. And then you hit send so that your little snippet sends with the story in one message after you've sent the picture. Why? Because then they're going to see your message previewed and not Brenda shares ... when they look in Messenger. Okay. So this is like really nitpicky stuff that works so well. So you're going to send that message. And then here's the key, right? So you sent this to the person that you know that if you could get them to buy the products and if you could get them to post, they would get 10 people. You've already done the hardest work. You've already written a quality message for a high quality person. So now what we're going to do is we're going to think this is the next step in how to make a productive power hour and give it structure so that you end up being energized after instead of exhausted, right? So you find that one person, you send a message just for them. And then the next step is I want you to think about what other person could this sort of work for also? Who else do I know that's like this? And then you're going to go and you're going to adapt that same story and that same message to another person, but you're going to personalize it to them, but you're going to use the structure of it for the next. And then once you do that, you're going to send that message and you're going to say, okay, who else would that work for? Then you're going to send another one. You're going to do this to like 5 to 7 people because your brain is going to give you ideas after idea after idea after idea. And even when you are out of ideas for that one story that you started with, you could say, man, now I'm thinking about Teresa and she doesn't work out, but like she used to work out. She can't work out since her back injury. And maybe I could find a story real quick that she would relate to about that. So then you go and you look for a story about that. And then you message Teresa. And after you've messaged Teresa, the same way you message the first girl, you're going to say, after you send it to her, you're going to say to yourself, who else could I send this story to? Who else could I send this message to? And the process repeats. What happens when you do this is you create a snowball of writing a super powerful message that's going to be repurposed to 5 to 7 people, which is going to give you another idea to then take another message and send it to that person and repurpose it to somebody else for 5 to 7 more people. And all of a sudden it's been an hour and you've messaged 30 people. Now, what I want you to really focus on here is sometimes what our brain does, at least in beginner network marketers, right? You get so focused on, I sent one message and they didn't respond. Who cares? It's not usually that one person that is the one that blows up your team. It's just the one person that gave you the idea, that wrote the message, that got the snowball going. And then it was actually person 7, 13, and 27 that actually answered it. And had you only done the one message and fixated on that one message, you never would have kept going to message it to all the other people that actually were ready to go. The whole purpose of this exercise is to give you structure, have curiosity be the ace up your sleeve so that you can win and have a productive power hour, giving yourself structure around how to do it, teach your teams how to do it, and then create new enrollments that you can ask to post, go live, and host parties for you in their first 30 days so you can turn 1 into 20. If this is something that you need more help with, you've got to come and check out our paid Beyond the Rank community. You can come to a free call. I do them every single Tuesdays and Thursdays, Tuesdays at 10 a.m. Mountain Time, Thursdays at noon Mountain Time. I'll put the link in the show notes, or you can just go to my Instagram, Beyond the Rank & Co., where I'm constantly sharing little snippets on how to make your business better. The link is also in the profile there. I hope you'll come to the live call. Check it out. If you've had progress here on the podcast, imagine what the paid community could do for you. Imagine if you could rank up in the next 30 to 60 to 90 days like my clients do when they join Beyond the Rank. If you could be the person that's the expert among your friends and family, if you could be the person that's earning the trips and the car and helping your team do the same, if you could be that leader that developed other leaders, that's what I show you how to do inside Beyond the Rank. That's what I'm an expert at doing. And that's why I was able to create a downline of 20,000 and know how to help you to do it too. All right, everybody, have an amazing day. We'll see you next week here on the podcast. Bye now.